So a recording, that was Pomp and Circumstance, by the Heidelberg University graduation band under the direction of Assistant Professor of Music and Director of Bands, John Waters. And we should all be very happy that we get a chance to enjoy some pomp after all the circumstances that have crushed us over the last year with COVID. This is a pretty special thing to get together here. And so I just want to say good morning. Welcome to Commencement 2021, pod number 2, our second one of 5 today. And so we're all here to celebrate the success of our graduating seniors in this group and these majors. We were reminded a few days ago that Professor Emeritus of Business Administration, Bill Wickham, whose father's name you would recognize, the Wickham Great Hall, is named after President Terry Wickham. And Bill was a student here when his father became president. And he shared with us that in 1951, Bill graduated on this location here, down here in Campus Center. It may now be the 70 years hence since we've done this. We're not sure if there's one since then. I bring greetings and congratulations from the Board of Trustees, and especially from our chair, Kathy Geyer. If she were here, she would say congratulations. She would express her happiness. She is also a graduate of Heidelberg then College. She knows exactly how great that feels. So back in 1854, that was the first one, Heidelberg College, 2 graduates. And that may have been next to a tree over by the Octagon House across the street somewhere. That's sort of where the college was, because that date precedes the buildings, even the oldest buildings over there, like Founders Hall. Today, 267 students are graduating, mostly undergraduates, as with this group, but in our 5th pod, we'll be graduating our master's students. So to the best extent possible, and we're here to support you, we all know that our students don't get here on their own. It's a lot of families, a lot of friends, a lot of extended families, members. It's former teachers, current advisors, in addition to the people here at Heidelberg. So it would be great for our students to stand up, turn around. If you can find where your families or the people who are supporting you are located, like turn. Why don't we give them an ovation of gratitude? If you would rise and do that, we'll support you in this and thank them. And I do want to thank all of the faculty, the staff, the coaches, the administration, the alumni, and the trustees that have helped us get here. It's a tough year, and it really started a year ago, March, when we had to shut down the school in the middle of March, and we were ahead of the requirement for colleges and universities in Ohio to do that by about a week, as we anticipated we were going to have to do it, and we did. And so then everybody had to pivot and deal with that, and at the vanguard of making that successful was and has been, since that moment to this moment, our faculty, who have delivered and taught and led research and worked in labs and advised and mentored the students across the curriculum. And the rest of us have done what we can do to support that, but our faculty have carried the core purpose of why we're here, and for that we are all grateful. I also want to specifically thank 3 students who bring us to this moment. And if you had a chance to see the recorded Heidelberg Commencement 2021 video that we produced a couple of days ago in the Wickham Great Hall behind me, it was posted online yesterday around 5 o'clock or so. If you haven't, I encourage you to see it. There's a couple of addresses, but the most important participants, in my opinion, are the 3 students. And so I want to acknowledge Ms. Leah Cordy, who graduated undergrad last year, but this year in Pod 5 she'll be getting her MBA degree. She gave her address Someone Somewhere. It was excellent. Ms. Ayana Hayes, who in Pod 3 will be getting her bachelor's degree in biology here in about another hour and a half. And she gave her undergraduate commencement address, Garden of Life. That was excellent. And then thirdly, I want to acknowledge and say thank you to Ms. Maram Al-Farjani, who led 16 students, 16 members of the class. Some of them are probably sitting in front of me here, who worked on the class banner for the class of 2021, which is to my left, stage center as you face it. They unveiled that 2 days ago, and I love it. I like the message it is giving, and I like the color in the banner. But most importantly, what I like is that, as far as we know, this is only the second time that two spoken languages show up on a banner of ours, and in this case, Arabic, in addition to English. And then secondly, I like the fact that in a year, 14, 15 months of absolute seriousness with the COVID pandemic and the economic crisis, and also moments of lightheartedness and humor that we had to maintain to continue forward. I appreciated seeing Sydney's eyes popping out over the masks there, and we hope that that's the only time that we see Sydney, the mascot, wearing a mask on a banner. So I wanted to thank her for that and all 16 members of the class. When you finish, when you have received your degree here in a little while, and you come across the stage, two of my dear colleagues on my right will give you a white rose. And this is a tradition that we started about a decade ago. This white rose is a symbol of our respect, our admiration, our encouragement, our friendship, and our love for students as you begin the rest of your life. That's what commencement is. It's a commencement, it's a beginning. And we invite you to share that rose with whomever you wish to give it to. Our Dean of Student Affairs, Dr. Chris Abrams, and our Executive Director for Alumni Engagement and Major Gifts, Ms. Ashley Helmstetter, will give you a white rose. So I'll finish by just saying congratulations to all of you once again. And now, we're going to have the pleasure of hearing two wonderful anthems, both recorded, but two wonderful anthems that sing joyfully about our country and our society. And in both cases, student voices lead the way. First, we'll hear the Star-Spangled Banner, and accompanied by the concert choir, but the soloist in this case, David Carey, received his Bachelor of Music degree in the previous pod, so you'll hear David's voice first and foremost. He's from Norwalk, Ohio. And then Lift Every Voice and Sing will follow that, and we have three students who have recorded that wonderful rendition of that beautiful song. Alexandria Carter, who's from Spencerville, Ohio. She's a rising junior and a philosophy major. Elena Brock, who's from Indianapolis, Indiana. She's also a rising junior, and she's a theater major, and has been participating in the 9 to 5 performance, which I saw Friday night. And again, Ms. Ayana Hayes, who's from Detroit, Michigan, and in the third pod, she'll get her degree in biology. Those three women are the voices you'll hear on that singing. So with that, I would just ask if you are able and willing to please stand, and if you're able and willing to please remove any hats or caps. It's your choice, and we're going to hear both anthems now. Thank you.
Bright sun. Good morning and welcome to Heidelberg University, everybody. It's a perfect day, both in weather and in spirit. What a joyful day. My name is Bryan Smith and I serve as the Interim Vice President for Academic Affairs and Provost, and I will be reading the names of the graduating candidates. As you're dismissed by the faculty marshals, please come to the stage. If you are comfortable, you may remove your mask. Walk across, pick up your diploma cover, and stop at the first blue X for a photo opportunity with President Huntington. Jessica A. Ballo, Honors Diploma, magna cum laude. Alexander J. Bruder. Michael M. Byrne. Devin Elise Carter, magna cum laude. Kara L. Carney, in absentia. Nicholas James Kofer, cum laude. Zachary C. Duran. James Silas Irvin II. Bailey Elizabeth Faulkner. Samuel Federici. Christopher Joseph William Ferrante. Cum laude. Lydia Camille Gates. Cole William Geiser, magna cum laude. Jace Robert Grossman. Allison M. Hart Nichols. Jonathan M. Hatfield, in absentia. Sophia Lynn Huber, cum laude. Kelsey Leanne Jacobson. Edwin L. June II, in absentia. Hannah Kilps, Honors Diploma, magna cum laude. Logan Shohei Kitaka, Honors Diploma, magna cum laude. Angela Lulagine. Marcus M. Marasigan. Dylan John Robert Martyr, in absentia. Keaton Alexander Mark. Sydney M. McCoy, in absentia, cum laude. Cameron Memmer. Peyton Elizabeth Miller, summa cum laude. Koka E. Minami, magna cum laude. Aaron Mitchell, in absentia. Stacy Marie Nelson. Nicholas P. O'Brien. Madeline Elaine Overmeyer. Taylor Nicole Ramsey, cum laude. Jacob W. Rings. Jacob Patrick Saligar. Scott M. Slater, in absentia. Bailey Ann Snarsky, magna cum laude. Mackenzie R. Spears, in absentia, cum laude. Hunter N. Strom, in absentia. Slade O. Todd. Logan West Holmes. Jamie A. Whitney, honors diploma, magna cum laude. Dylan J. Wiekert. Dylan Jacob Work, summa cum laude. Bryce Andrew Zalesnik.
And so, by the power and authority granted to me by the Board of Trustees of Heidelberg University, chartered by the state of Ohio, I confer upon you the appropriate bachelor's degree for which you have met the requirements. In who are now entitled to all rights and privileges pertaining thereto, both here and elsewhere. And so at this time, as a symbol of earning your degree, please move your mortarboard tassel to the left and allow us to congratulate you loudly. Congratulations. It is now my pleasure to welcome to the stage Reverend Paul Sittason Stark, who will deliver the benediction to our ceremony here this morning. Reverend Stark is the Director of Religious Life and Civic Engagement, and I want to thank Reverend Stark here personally for leading the baccalaureate service. Again, if you have not had a chance to see it, we posted that late yesterday afternoon as well. The baccalaureate service is a long tradition here at Heidelberg. I encourage you to watch it. In addition to the 4 student speakers who gave wonderful addresses, among them Madeline, who just processed across the stage. The Reverend Dan Bush, who's the United Church of Christ leader in our community, who has a relationship with us personally and professionally, and in our affiliation with UCC. The baccalaureate speaker, Reverend Mark Fry, graduate of class of 1973, gave a wonderful, wonderful address, and it was all about friendship and love and friendship, and that's at the center of life right there. And so I want to thank you, Paul, for just doing a wonderful job as you do every year with our baccalaureate service. Please.
President Hunt. When most of you started at Heidelberg, the year began with convocation. You may not remember, but I remember sharing the invocation at your beginning ceremony. I represent the faith community of the United Church of Christ that gave birth to Heidelberg, and to the hope that your mission will be to live lives of purpose with distinction. Now, after years of learning, laughing, and sharing life with one another, now at your ending graduation, representing that same tradition, I offer this benediction. May the source of wisdom and love and kindness and justice and compassion and service surround you, infuse you, and inspire you as you now commence, leaving behind Heidelberg undergraduate school and moving forward. Ever learning, ever loving, ever living. Amen. Now I invite you to rise as you are able for the singing of our alma mater by 2021 graduate, Ms. Erica Warnke.
Sweet
So, although she's not here, and that was recording, she received her degree in the last pod and was here to sing that live. So I appreciate hearing Erica Warnke's voice again. That was obviously accompanied by the graduation band, led by Assistant Professor of Music and Director of Bands, John Waters. I aired a little while ago when we listened to David Carey sing the Star Spangled Banner. That was also accompanied by the graduation band and Mr. Waters as well. So, congratulations, pod number 2, all of you and your classmates who couldn't make the service here in the ceremony this morning. It's a wonderful accomplishment. I just want to share with everybody, families and friends who've attended, a big thanks. This has been a long run from the middle of last March, a year ago, when we shut down, to get through last spring when our students here were juniors was tough. We were determined when we were allowed to, as we were, to come back as residentially as possible, both with classes and with other activities, including in the second semester, the opportunity to compete in Ohio Athletic Conference athletics and to perform musically and theatrically. And only this week, for the first time in 15 months, were the theater students able to perform live in front of a reduced size audience in Goonlock Theater. I had a chance to see it on Friday night, spectacular 9 to 5. We say thanks for supporting us and putting up with everything we had to put up with. There was no playbook to this. We did the best we could. We were like everyone else in the country. We had a lot of directions coming from the national and the state and local levels, you know, from government and from health organizations and so forth. And so with our trustees, our board of trustees guidance, we did the best we could. I personally think we did as great as we could. And it's a credit to all of our students and all of our faculty and staff and everybody who helped guide us through that to get to this moment. This was the goal from the very beginning of this academic year, was to get to this date here on May 16th. And so agree or disagree with certain steps that we took, as a collective team, we won. We succeeded to get to this moment. That's the most important thing. So I'll finish. Well, thank you. Appreciate that, but we're expressing gratitude to everybody. Nobody was fully satisfied with every decision. Everybody knows that. That's unfortunately the way it is. So I'll just close with 4 really strong pieces of advice, as clearly and as loudly as I can give them to our graduating students. Number 1, stand with courage as you go forth. Make your voice count as you go forth. 3rd, lead your lives of purpose with distinction as you go forth. And most importantly, follow the marshals out as you go forth. Congratulations. Thank you.